Hi, CROWD1 family. I hope you are good. Welcome to the Zoom meeting. Today, we are accommodating Nigerians. We are accommodating people in Nigeria. We try to accommodate everybody all over the world, all over the continent, all over the countries. What we do is we check our YouTube channel. We check the most countries that are visiting our site, and we take the first 10. We do the Zoom video accommodating them in their countries. For example, currently now in Nigeria, the time is 6 o'clock. So we try to be in line with the Nigerian time zone so that they can be able to watch the Zoom in their country at that particular time, because we thought 6 o'clock, it is the correct time, the right time for everyone to be able to participate in a Zoom meeting, because in the morning people are working, during the day people aren't around. It is only now that they are in the comfort of their own home. So we do our Zoom meeting 6 p.m. We did the Zoom meeting to accommodate people in South Africa, and people in India, and this one people in Nigeria, and we'll continue doing that. Monday we'll do a Zoom meeting. We'll pick up a country and say, okay, we'll look at the time zone where we are and look at the time zone in their country and try to accommodate them at 6 p.m. So all our Zoom meeting, they're at 6 p.m. in line with a particular country that you've picked up. In this case is Nigeria. So you just need to check our YouTube channel. We also, our YouTube CROWD1 TV channel. We also update there. You just go to community, you will see the Zoom meeting, when it will be the Zoom meeting, where it will be the Zoom meeting, and the time, which is static, which is 6 p.m. So we accommodate all the countries. Even if there's a country where only one person visit our channel, we will also prepare a Zoom meeting for that particular country. We want all people, everyone within the CROWD1 to be reached and given the opportunity to watch, to listen to the Zoom meeting in their comfort of their space within the time zone of their country. Thank you very much. Okay, today we are continuing with our cryptocurrency. The Zoom will be specifically for training. Currently we'll be doing the cryptocurrency, the digital money, the blockchain, the Bitcoin. We did the Bitcoin, the first one. The second one, we did the Ethereum. And also today we are covering a different topic. So everything that has to do with cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency, it will be covered. We do our Zoom meeting 3 times a week. We do it Monday, we do it Thursday, and we do it Sunday. So 3 times a week, different countries 3 times a week. We try to cover as much as we can in terms of cryptocurrency, because the leadership of CROWD1 has announced that the coming products that will be coming in, the launch of Mixter in November, the launch of Epic Lotto in December, for you to be able to participate in those launch, not necessarily launch, but what comes with those launch, for you to be able to participate there in those platforms, you must be able to use a cryptocurrency. So we are preparing you so that you can know more about the cryptocurrency. Take time to invest on the cryptocurrency. Take effort to invest in the cryptocurrency. And also, if it means taking courses on the cryptocurrency, do that. It is the future. CROWD1, I love the way they are doing it. They are preparing us. Even these products that are coming to CROWD1, it is only for us to be able to use cryptocurrency. It is also the preparation for the future, because cryptocurrency currently, it is starting to take over, especially Bitcoin. It is starting to move with speed, with pace, and Ethereum as well, in terms of digital money. So once you understand the cryptocurrency, you are preparing yourself for the future. Okay, let us move. Today we are dealing with blockchain. Blockchain, it is the important platform when you talk about the cryptocurrency. You cannot talk about the cryptocurrency and not mention blockchain. Blockchain, it is the backbone, it is the background, it is the foundation of cryptocurrency, because the cryptocurrency runs on the blockchain. Though not all cryptocurrency operate on the blockchain, but mostly the blockchain, it is the secure system that cryptocurrency operate on. But you need to know this. Blockchain is not Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is not blockchain. I will repeat, blockchain is not Bitcoin, and Bitcoin, it is not blockchain, but the Bitcoin operates on the blockchain network, on the blockchain platform. Because the blockchain, it is the secure system to run on. Bitcoin places its transactions on top of the blockchain because the blockchain, it is a secure system to run on. We will look at, as we continue, we'll look at different dynamics of blockchain so that you can understand blockchain fully. Every cryptocurrency is created to solve a certain problem. Whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Litecoin, whether it's Link coin, or whether it's Ethereum, every cryptocurrency, it is created to solve a certain problem. Blockchain, it is the first decentralized digital money, the first decentralized digital money running on the blockchain to solve the problem that comes or associated with banks. You talk about banks, you talk about the Bitcoin, you know, because the differences and the similarities in terms of operation, you can compare the two, but the Bitcoin, it does not operate fully on the bank system the way the bank operates, but we can use the bank as the example. For example, we know when you talk about the bank, you know that it is, we've been heard of hacking of the banks, centralized power, where all the power is centralized within one institution, which is the bank. The double spending, you know, we've heard of, especially online transaction, it is, you can be able to double spend when you are running on the online transaction. So bank, you can be able to do the double spending, and the public ledger. So those four, the hacking, centralized power, double spending, and public ledger, those four things, they are most important things that Bitcoin is trying to solve, those four. Please keep that in mind. The hacking of the system, the centralized power, where authority, it is controlled by one central authority, which is the bank in this case, the double spending, where you send money to two people at the same time, and the public ledger, where everything recorded is kept in a ledger. Those four are very important, and keep them in mind. Again, what you need to know about the blockchain is that blockchain is being used for transaction management to replace the current bank system, because as I've explained, every cryptocurrency, you know, it is created to solve a certain problem. But in this case, Bitcoin, it is the one that is created to deal with the transaction management in terms of money management, in terms of money. But this transaction management, they are run on the blockchain to replace the current bank system through the Bitcoin transaction. For example, we know, again, I'll use the bank. When you use the bank, you are definitely sure that when you deposit money, there's deposit fees. When you withdraw money, there's withdrawal fee. When you transfer money, there is transferring fee. When you are doing this, there is fees. When you are doing that, there is fees with the bank. The Bitcoin has come into the picture to replace all of that. Isn't that wonderful? For example, if you want to send money from Nigeria to South Africa or to US through the bank, number one, it will take time. Number two, it will cost you money, and a lot of money in terms of charges. But when you are in Nigeria and sending Bitcoin in South Africa, it can be done without any of these, and it takes the maximum of 10 minutes. Using the Bitcoin, you can send Bitcoin to everyone anywhere in the world by minimizing cost, number one. Number two, you don't need to go through the third party, the centralized power, the bank in this case, you don't need to. So you put the centralized power, the third party aside. It is peer-to-peer, as we discussed last on the Ethereum course. It is peer-to-peer. You can send from one person to the next person. You don't need the centralized power. Okay, okay. Let us proceed. So in this case, the Bitcoin, when you are using the Bitcoin compared to the bank, you don't pay any charges fees. And also the time that it takes to transfer money, it is minimum, and it is decentralized, not centralized. Centralized, it means it is controlled by the central authority, but decentralized, it is not controlled by the single person. Everyone in the network has the hand in terms of participating in the involvement of Bitcoin. It is not controlled by one person. If we are involved in the Bitcoin, you also have the power to control what is happening. By just being a member, but we'll discuss that as we continue. When you send money from one person to another, it is not one person who verifies that transaction. The miners are mining Bitcoin to verify the transaction. After the proof of work has been obtained, your transaction can go through. And that transaction can go through the block of that transaction, it gets added to the block. So everyone who gets his transaction verified, he is added into the block. So it is secure. It is a secure block. No one can hack that, because since from the Bitcoin has started, that block has been growing. Even today, if you are sending money from one person to another, once that transaction has been verified, you get added to the block. So for you to, if you want to hack one transaction, you will have to hack the whole from 2009, when Bitcoin, the first transaction was done. Okay, let us proceed. Okay, you need to know this about the Bitcoin. You can't talk about the Bitcoin and not mention blockchain. But as I've explained before, blockchain, it is not a Bitcoin, and Bitcoin, it is not the blockchain. As you can see in the picture there, this is the Bitcoin, and you see the Bitcoin, it is going to run through the blockchain. It is operate. This is the backbone. This is the background. This is the the foundation of the blockchain, because of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin operate on the blockchain. So you need to know this about the Bitcoin. You must know the difference between the two, the blockchain and the Bitcoin, and no, one is not the other. Okay, by the end of this presentation, you will know the basic system, how blockchain operate, from the block to the ledger, the distribution, the transaction, the confirmation, the proof of work, and the block rewards. Even though we will use different terms, but it is the same thing. At least you will understand the operation of the blockchain by the end of this presentation. Okay, let's start first with the types of blockchain. The blockchain, as it is itself, it is the blockchain, but it has different kind, because it is not only Bitcoin that operate on the blockchain. There are many organizations, big companies that also operate on the blockchain. For example, as you can see, the employer, can also operate on the blockchain. The students, the teacher, they can also operate on the blockchain. It is not only the Bitcoin. Any organization can use blockchain as a backbone of their operation. As you can see, 50 plus blockchain real world users cases. This is the companies that operate on the blockchain. So you can see it is not something that it is something new, but it is also not new in terms of the operation of other companies. Because when we talk about the blockchain, we think blockchain started operating with the Bitcoin, or is only operating within the Bitcoin space or the cryptocurrency space. A lot of companies are using blockchain, but we are not going there. Okay, there are three types of blockchains, or three systems of blockchain. We have the public blockchain. I will explain it. We have consensus blockchain. The consensus is the same way. The consortium or the consensus, where everybody get to agree first before any transaction can go through. And we have the private blockchain. The public blockchain, the consensus blockchain, and the private blockchain. The public blockchain, it is the one that is, the Bitcoin is operating on. But let us continue to explain each, and what is the public and the benefit, and also the challenges. Let us start with the public blockchain. The public blockchain, you have to know this about the public blockchain, the network type. It is decentralized, which simply means there is no central authority that controls everything that is happening using that on that blockchain. If it is public, it is decentralized, which simply means all the people involved in the system, they participate in the system. It is not controlled by one person, but all people in the system, they participate. They are in the involvement of the operation. Anyone, anywhere in the world can read, can write on the network. The data is verified by every participant. Everyone is involved, and the data can be verified by all people in the network, which simply means it makes it even more secure. It is a secure system because it is not only controlled by one single authority, but all people in that network, in that public network, they participate. Okay. But what is the challenge, or what is the disadvantage? Because for any transaction to be verified, you need each and every person to verify it. So in that way, it is inefficient in terms of speed. It takes time to verify, because if one person verifies it, it goes very quickly. But if more than one person verifies it, it is going to take time. Okay, let us go to the next one. Let us go to the private blockchain. The private blockchain, it is partially decentralized. It is somewhere in the middle. It is partially decentralized. The private one, permission to read and write data into the blockchain are controlled by a single high trusted organization or authority or power, which simply means for any transaction to go through, one single person has to put a stamp and say, yes, it can go through. And okay, let me not go there. In this case, it is the government. It can be the government, it can be the banks, it can be the company, and everything controlled by the company, by the government, by the bank. Okay, what is the benefit? It is efficient, as verification is done by just one authority or the owner of the blockchain. In this case, because there is one central authority that verifies every transactions, it is efficient, because now it is very quick, because it's only one person compared to the public one where all the people must verify. This one, it is efficient in terms of speed. It happens very fast. But what is the challenge with this system, the private system, the private blockchain? Controlling power, it is consolidated to a single organization. all the power is being consolidated. All the power is being given to one person. All the power is being given to one authority. All the power is being given to one organization. Difficulty to align many organizations to use this same blockchain. It simply means, it is very, very difficult because now everything it is controlled by one person or by one organization. It becomes a problem even when it comes to working with other organizations outside of that organization, because you need this one. If this one person says no, nothing will go through. So this is the disadvantage. Okay, let us go to the next one. The consortium one, the consensus, you can say blockchain, or should be or it should be called controlled ledger. Okay, let us see. Partially, again, it is partially decentralized, hybrid between public and the private blockchain. Permission to verify, to read, and to write on the blockchain, controlled by a few predetermined people, which simply means unlike the private one, it is only one person who controls everything. Before any transaction can go through, this one person, this one organization, this one company, it has to say yes. But with this one, a group of people, the consensus, a group of people, they have to agree. When those group agree, then the transaction, it can go through. The choice of predetermined people can be different for every entity on the blockchain. In that case, for us to say this has to go through, we have to come to a consensus. Okay, what is the benefit? It is efficient as a relatively lesser people verify the transaction. Unlike the public one where everybody needs to verify the transaction. And again, unlike the private one where only one person need to verify. This one, a group of people need to verify. It is also not a majority, but a few people. So it is also efficient in that case. You need few people to verify any transaction that goes through. So those are the two groups, or those are the three systems of blockchain. We have the public blockchain, we have the private blockchain, and we have the consortium blockchain. Okay, let us proceed. What problem does blockchain solve? Because as I've explained, every cryptocurrency that is created, it is created to solve a certain problem. But let us look at the blockchain itself. What it is the blockchain trying to solve? Okay, let us, the centralized power. Centralized power, as I've explained before, it simply means all the decisions are taken by the central authority, by the bank, by the government, by the company. Everything it is centralized within one institution. Okay, let us move to, it is prone to hacks. The blockchain system, the way it was designed, it is impossible to hack a blockchain system. So the blockchain, it solved the problem of hacking. It solved the problem of centralized power. And number three, it solved the problem of double spending. Double spending, as I've explained, you are using the internet banking. You are sending money from point A to point B and also to point C. You will see that the very same 1,000 that you send to point A, you can send it twice to different people. In that case, you send them, for example, if we have only 1,000 and you send 1,000 to C and 1,000 to B, it means you are now sending the money that you don't have. You have sent 1,000 to the next person and another 1,000 to another person. So the blockchain system, it is impossible to do that. You need the double spending. It also solves what? The double spending. The private ledger, as I explained, compared to the public ledger, The public ledger where everybody is involved, but the private ledger where the institution it is involved. So the blockchain operates on the public, not the private. So it makes things easier. Even though you have the private, you can have the private and the consensus one, but you have the option which one to use. But mostly because it is secure, most people, they prefer the companies, they prefer, if you don't want to deal with the companies, you can also use the public one. But if you are a company or the institution, you can deal with the private ledger. Okay, let us proceed. Okay, the benefit of using blockchain, as I've explained, let us look at the first picture. The first picture, for you to be, these are the organization, and these two organizations to operate fully, they need the trusted authority, the trusted authority in between. And you must know this trusted authority. Let's take, for example, in this case, the bank. I'll keep on going to the bank or the government. Let me excuse the bank and go to the government. For example, this the government. The government need to provide services to its citizen. So this is the government, and this is the organization which goes through the government, and from the government then to the people. It can't go from this organization, from this company straight to the government. For example, if you have the company that wants to operate in a country, it has to go through the government, from the government then to the people, and the money, the company, it is taxed. Let's go to the next picture. In this picture, you can have the company that wants to cooperate in a country, and that company, it does not need to go through the middleman. It goes straight into the next person that wants to operate. Let's use Bitcoin in this case. If you want to, okay, let me start with the bank. If you want to send money from here to there, you need to go through the bank and there. But here, if you want to send money, you can send money without the middleman, straight to the next person. Bitcoin in this case. For you to be able to send Bitcoin from point A to point B, you don't need to go to point C. You go from point A to point 2 straight. And by minimizing the middleman, you cut charges, you cut time and stress. So you can replace the middleman by using the blockchain. The blockchain replaces the middle authority. So you don't need the middle authority anymore. By just having the blockchain, it can replace this authority. So everything will run on the blockchain. You won't have a double spending. It won't be hacked. And it is not centralized. And the ledger, it is distributed equally to all people participating in the network. Okay. Okay, this the issue of double spending. I've explained it. And then if Alice wants to send money to Bob, it is possible for Alice to send money to Bob and to Charlie at the same time when using the bank. That one, it is possible through online banking. But when you are using the Bitcoin, because the Bitcoin is in the middle, you will have the blockchain, which is a secure system. It won't be possible to do the double spending. The money will go from point A to point B without having the stress of double spending. Okay, let us move. And another thing, it is the trust issue. Okay, the bank again. You will excuse me, the bankers. For you to be able to send money from point A to point B, you need the trusted authority. You need the bank. In any country, you need the bank. You need to transfer money between the bank, the trusted authority. And it is fair, because now you need the person you can trust, in terms of, to be sure the person won't say tomorrow, I did not get the money. You need this central authority. Okay. But now, this central authority, it does not come cheap. For example, if you want to send $10 from person A to person B, by the time person B receives the money, $2 have been taken by the middleman, by the bank. So in this case, When it comes to the blockchain, that is not possible. A person A can send money through the blockchain to person P to person 2 without any charges. You see the beauty of blockchain. Here, for you to send money from point A to point B, the bank will charge you. But here, if you use the Bitcoin, you can send money from point A to point B by using the blockchain, because we said, I think now you understand, the blockchain is the background, where is the backbone, is the structure where Bitcoin operates. It operates on the backbone of blockchain. So if you want to send the Bitcoin from point A to point B, it will go through the blockchain to the person B. So the system, it is secured, and you don't need to pay any charges. It is done easily in that way. The maximum transaction, both Bitcoin transaction, it can take maximum 10 minutes. The miners who verify the transaction, because when you send your Bitcoin, it goes through the blockchain. The miners, they struggle. The one who solved the math problem first will get rewarded with 12.5 Bitcoin, and the transaction goes through. So you are safe, your money is safe, your Bitcoin is safe. It goes from one point to the next point without paying the charges, because you minimize the middleman, or you replace the middleman with the blockchain. Okay, the hacking. We said when we started, the blockchain solved the problem of hacking, but we've heard of people of trading platforms where the trading platform has been hacked. This much of money has been taken from the platform. How does that happen? Okay, for example, crypto exchange hack in 2018, only in 2018. Only in 2018, $1.5 billion, $8, $865 million, $2.7 million. You see, it is a lot of money, because we said the blockchain, it cannot be hacked. So what is happening here? Because now the money, the Bitcoin has been taken, and other cryptocurrency from the exchange. This one, KuCoin, this has happened yesterday. On the 26th of September, KuCoin has been hacked. 150 million has been taken from the KuCoin exchange platform. How does that happen? How does that happen? Because we said this is a secure system. How does that happen? Let me explain it. The blockchain system, hence I've said to you, you must know the difference between the blockchain and what you call the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin operate on the blockchain. The Bitcoin, you have a Bitcoin wallet, you send money from one person to the other. When we heard of the hackers taking money from the exchanges, they did not get the money from the blockchain. The blockchain is still secured. It cannot be hacked. In this case of the KuCoin hacked, there was a person who got access to their private key. I taught you about the private key, which you must keep safely, and the public key, which you must give it to people who are sending the Bitcoin to. They get access to the private key, and by accessing the private key, they were able to take all the Bitcoin, all the other cryptocurrency from the platform. That is why it is not to keep your Bitcoin in the exchange. It is not advisable. I will teach you about the different kind of wallets. We have many kinds of wallet, and you can decide to keep your cryptocurrency in an exchange, or you can decide to keep your cryptocurrency safe in another wallet securely, not from the internet, because the hackers are able to hack when you are in the internet, when you're that exchange there in the internet, because the exchange of addresses from one person to another, that is where the hacks are happening, not on the blockchain platform. But the KuCoin, they've been asking for the involvement of other well-known exchanges like Binance, in terms of, because they have tracked the address that was used to hack the cryptocurrency. So they are participating in terms of suspending that address to see if they will be able to get their cryptos back. Okay, that was another thing. But what I was trying to say is your Bitcoin, it is secured if you keep it in a certain wallet. But if you keep it in an exchange, as you can see in this case, it can be hacked from the exchange. And this happened yesterday, it was hacked. So I will teach you also about the different kind of wallet as we proceed. Okay, let us proceed. Okay, another benefit, it is the public ledger. The public ledger, you know, the Bitcoin, you're sending money, it goes into the public ledger. The public ledger, it gets distributed to all network. That is why it is impossible to hack one account. For you to be able to hack one account, you need to go to each and every account that was ever added to the block. That is, it is impossible, because since the blockchain was, since the Bitcoin was started, the first transaction was sent in 2009. There's blocks that were built on top of another block. To hack a address, a certain address, a ledger in between, you need to hack the whole, which is, it is impossible. So you see how secure the blockchain is. So it cannot be hacked. Thank you very much for giving your time, for participating in this training. We are continuing with training in the cryptocurrency, and we go to our Telegram channel. If you don't have a link to Telegram channel, you just go to YouTube, where the CROWD1 TV, under the channel where you write messages, you join the link. That's where you put our update on that link, and you are able to join to get every update about our Telegram, about our channel, about our new channel. Everything that is recorded here, it is put into our new channel, the CROWD1 training. CROWD1 training. You will get all this Zoom meeting. You will get them there and be able to watch them and enjoy them. And again, important announcement, tomorrow is Monday. The Zoom meeting tomorrow will accommodate people in Philip, 6 o'clock Philippines time. People in Philip, the Zoom meeting will accommodate you tomorrow, and we'll be dealing with the most interesting topic tomorrow. Please stay tuned. Find out from the country where you are. If the Philippine time is 6 p.m., find out your time frame so that you can be in line. For example, if you are in Philippines, the time zone is 6 p.m. Maybe in South Africa, the time zone is 2 p.m. So if you are tuned in at 2 p.m., you are able to connect to our Zoom meeting. Please don't forget to subscribe. By subscribing, I always say you are encouraging us to even bring you more news about the cryptocurrency. Please subscribe to our new channel. Thank you very much.